keep going with Days Gone post-game content stuff. So I think the last thing I'm going to end up doing is like the hordes, because I want to go around and get everything possible that I can do first, and see if that's okay. We're going to see if that's possible. But of course, we have a lot of stuff that we have to do to explore around and stuff as well. So we'll see how all that goes. Still having the same problems. I reported an update to Twitch today based on what I had, namely my views for the previous video are way up compared to everything else, despite the same problem still existing. That I can't see the stream while I'm streaming because that didn't work, and also that some people cannot. My viewers can also not see the stream. However, someone was also able to fix the problem, but I don't know what they did. So we'll see what happens if they get back to me whenever that is. But until then, it's like it's going to look like. If I'm on a black screen, I apologize. I can't do anything. I will just continue on with what I was doing now. Said I was going to head to here first. It is what it is. I will. Until then, it gets fixed. Obviously, the best way to watch my content is going to be on YouTube. At least until I can find a permanent fix. If they can find a fix for me, then that means that I can also relay that fix to anybody else who might be having that problem, so that it doesn't happen in the future. That's my intention. So, like, I'm not going to try and keep secrets from anyone. I obviously want this problem to be fixed as well. So that is what I will do. I will attempt to like fix anything that I actually am able to do. So. It is what it is. Pretty much until then, it's like until I can figure out what's wrong with the actual why it's doing what it's doing, which is weird. I will. All my videos will be up on YouTube, and they've all be seen. There's not going to be black screens, there's going to be anything like that. For some reason, that's just. It's a Twitch. It's only on Twitch. It's only happening on Twitch. So we'll see how it goes. Second thing I thought that was a hand.
That's kind of interesting.
Crater Lake, the old man of the lake. Next area that we're heading to is going to be, there's these infestations in here, and then we'll head down and, closer to some of the other stuff. Oh, that's right, now I remember. So there's a horde here and a horde here, but, yet, that's so weird that there's a horde here, and yet I know that we dealt with one. So I don't know. Maybe I'll head back to here anyway to see how it goes. But we're heading to these areas next to get these out of the way. Got the collectible. Like, the other issue is, like, all of my uploads onto YouTube are gonna be, like, delayed, because, let me just put it this way, the video that I finished yesterday, right, I had to wait all night to be able to have it download, then I had to download it today, upload everything today, and then I've scheduled it to be released tomorrow, so, just in case. So, the Old Man of the Lake is a 30-foot tree trunk within the borders of Crater Lake that has been present since around 1896. The coal cold water of Crater Lake has allowed for the slow decomposition of the wood, nearly preserving it. The stunt was first noted by Joseph S. Diller in his publication of the first geology of Crater Lake in 1902, and carbon dating places it around 450 years old. The tree itself is most likely hemlock. While it's unknown where the old man came from, it does move around the lake quite consistently, bobbing along the surface of the water. I mean, the other thing to also consider is there's obviously positives and negatives that come from this. By having these problems, it means that I can't stream at night because of the amount of time that it takes for me to go and think. However, that also means that during the time where I would be streaming at night, it means I can work on the Triangle Strategy run, and I can also work on scripts for the videos as well. And all that stuff. It's still bad. It's still very bad. So obviously, if I had a choice between making my content if I had a choice between streaming and making the content for YouTube, I would. Yeah, choose to stream. That's where my main audience is.
I gotta finish burning out this infestation zone.
Really weird. Is it above me? Above me. That's interesting. It's actually all above me. I need to figure out how to get above. It's just taking me through the, so it's actually above me.
I guess I'll come back here and finish burning this infestation zone later.
Above this area. I actually need to figure out how to get above,
Can of fuel.
I need to figure out how to get above, where I currently am.
Needed this.
The issue is it was taking me to the... I need to get above this area to be able to burn out the mist.
Done.
Yeah, so the issue is it's like... Maybe I have to enter through... If I can drive up it, I will try to do that. I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, something weird just happened then. I was, doing everything like normal, and, my Twitch studio attempted to, I guess, shut off for some reason.
nest.
Alright, found what I'm looking for.
Gotta be right around here.
I don't know if there's a horde here or not. I guess we're gonna find out. A lot of enemies around, though, that's the issue. And I'm running out of, There is a lot of enemies here and some horde. I mean, I know it's daytime, but... I hope this isn't a horde. May as well. So many of them in this one area. I don't like this area that it's like above thing, but yeah, my Twitch studio just went and tried to turn itself off. It looked like it hasn't happened before, so I don't know if that's changed anything. If people still only see a black screen or not, but I guess we'll find out. I don't think there's a horde up here. At least not one. I'm heading away from one, so should not be a horde here. This area is kind of bad too. And also here a bigger one. Okay, there's like 2 breakers here now, which is also bad. Because now we have to deal with them. Actually, no, I can sneak up on them now. I just realized that. I can actually sneak up on the bigger ones. This actually might be fine. Doesn't help that there's like 3 of them though. That's the issue. There's like 3 of them in this one area. I did sneak kill one of them at least. They say he send me over this side to the other one. I did sneak kill one of them, but the other one saw me. There you go. Actually, it don't take us long to get rid of. My issue now is that all these enemies are gonna appear. There's a mess. Deal with these nests, head back to my boy. What's weird is I'm pretty sure I've been here. I remember being here. I remember being here for I think something for the story, and yet I remember destroying that one. We'll have to do it again. Yeah, Yeah, look at it. Like, there's not one here.
You can make something out of this.
Actually, not here. There's actually no nest. Unless it's on top of the house, but there's actually no nest here. So I think something's glitched. Am I coming back here? Actually, no, I burnt the nest. And that's the part that makes no sense to me. I burnt this nest. I burnt this nest, I believe, as... in the thing, so... Oh, alright, well, now I gotta deal with this guy. Find out to avoid this.
Shit, almost out. Gotta be close to the nest. I can smell it.
Still not sure as to why there's no nest here. It's showing up that there's no nest. I remember destroying this in the story, so that's the other issue. I remember coming here and destroying this nest. And actually, no, I destroyed it before the thing, so I don't know if I have to reload the game to fix this. Or if there's another nest here, because it's saying that there's 3 nests, and there's one showing up here, so... I'm gonna have to probably reload the game. But at least these ones count. Alright, so next thing I'm gonna do is... go do these historical markers, grab that Nero thing... And then I'm going to head down to the ambush camp probably there. But for some reason this area, like, when I came into this area, it's like one of them was showing up as destroyed, but it wasn't, so I don't know. I'll have to come back and see. I might have to reload the game. But it's showing up, there's a nest here, but there's nothing showing. And the weird part is that I do remember coming here and I saw something there and now it's not there. Maybe it's because it got destroyed while I died or something, I don't know. I guess I'll just check, I'll check what happened. You know what, I'll come back later. Respawn or... come back when I respawn or I quit the game or something like that. I do remember coming this way from the story or something. In terms of like this one down here, if I go to this one, there's gonna be hordes there, which are gonna prevent me from. I remember trying to do this one and there were hordes. They're still there, so I will leave this infestation nest for now because for some reason it's glitched. I'll then head through and do the rest of these. And then I have to determine whether it's better to go. It's probably better to go to the ambush camp down here and then go to the one on the left.
You're crossing the road 2 years ago. You would have gone splat.
And that's the other thing. It's like I want to continue streaming on Twitch. Because, for me to stream on YouTube, I have to go and probably set everything else up again and do a few other things. But I mean, I could stream on Twitch, on YouTube, but, then I would be completely I wouldn't be able to do anything whatsoever with Twitch until it got fixed, and at that point I'm then losing out on stuff with Twitch, whereas at least if someone came in and followed or did anything like that, then it's like, at least I can understand, like, the problem will get fixed.
That's interesting.
Camp Adair, the war games. Okay. Yeah. Camp Adair was a United States Army Division military training facility. During its highest period of use, it was home to nearly 40,000 people, making it the second largest city in Oregon at the time. The camp was eventually scrapped following World War II, with a portion of the site converted to the Adair Air Force Station in 1957. Camp Adair is most famous for its Central Oregon War Games campaign for World War II soldiers in 1943, known as the Oregon Maneuver. Games were designed to test U.S. Army units prior to deployment and involved nearly 100,000 men. Following the completion of the maneuver, the troops were deployed to assist Allied forces in the European and Pacific theaters of war. Like, the other thing to also consider is, like, even though I obviously need to get this problem fixed with Twitch, if some people can somehow fix their problem and they're able to fix it, that means that there are people that can still see my content. So that also means that I still have an audience on Twitch, even if some can't see things. That's where it's a bit weird.
Can you use this? I never knew that.
Alright, the Crater Lake legend. Storylines. The Native American legend. Sorry. The indigenous tribes of Central Oregon have long regarded Crater Lake as a sacred site. According to legend, the lake was formed when Skell, the sky god, and Lau, the god of the underworld, fought, destroying Mount Mazama in the battle. When the lake was first discovered by the indigenous people, it became a site of spiritual journey where warriors and hunters would bathe in its waters for strength. But after a brave killed a creature within the lake while bathing in it and died soon after, the strength its waters gave their warriors waned, and the indigenous people knew that all who looked upon its waters would die as well. Next one's right here, and we'll head to that Nero site. I need to also slow down on the amount of collectibles that I'm finding as well, which means I might have to use a guide to find them. It's going to be a little bit silly, because thought I would have been able to naturally get through everything, but just not.
Learn something new every day.
Phantom ship, the ghost in the water. Okay. Mark this map. And then we'll head down to that ambush camp there. Phantom ship is a natural rock formation pillar in Crater Lake that resembles a ghost ship, especially in foggy conditions. The island is formed from andesite rock that dates from around 400,000 years ago.
Out here, there ain't nothing but murdering drifters. Raiders. Someone's trapped. I gotta help them. Look out!
Help! Hey! Hey, help! I need help!
You're gonna be okay. Hey, it's not safe out here in the shit. I know where there's a camp that...
Camp? Yeah. Where? Show me. Where? I'll go. I'll go.
Crater Lake, Wizard Island. There's a camp there. You gotta ask for James Weaver.
Oh, man, I was done for. Holy shit. You know? Thank you so much. Oh, man.
Yeah, let him know it was Deacon St. John. Stay off the main roads. Don't stop.
how do we get across this? Because maybe we have to drive across. Our character can't swim, I guess. I have never seen that before, so that's interesting. Wait, what? We're all the way back here? What? What? Why are we all... What? We died. Well, we didn't die, but we're back. I guess we're back here as if we didn't do this section. We're back here. As if we didn't burn out these nests. And I went down here, down here, down here, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do we get to here? And it's like, I got to the point where it's like, I tried swimming because it's like, I thought that's what I had to do, and then we died, and then our death brought us all the way back to here without getting any progression in the... What? Like... So we just wasted, like, 25 minutes or whatever of the stream. Half an hour of the stream, essentially, we just wasted on them. Now I gotta do all these again. Alright, well I guess we'll see if this is glitched again. Oh, enemies are around. Okay, it's back.
Yep.
Alright, well, I guess we can come back here at least and say that we have, at least we can come back here and, like, get this out of the way, but still, like, I drove around all those areas, and, now we don't have, now we have to do all this again. Right? Well, at least I now know that if I hop into the water, that means death, even though that's where I thought I was heading. I thought that I was doing the right thing, but apparently not. At least we can get this last nest out of the way. We can get the last nest out of the way, and
what do we got?
Get the last nest out of the way.
Okay.
And that'll finish this area that we somehow weren't able to finish before because the nest had glitched.
Yeah, scrap.
But we also just wasted a bunch of time. And that's the thing, right? It should have saved. In some regard. Alright, well, Rimview Ranch Infestation, 2000 XP, 550 Trust at the Wizard Island Camp, and Infestation Experiment. And we missed out, that's another thing now. Now I don't have that Survivor that I end up picking up. So, for some stupid reason, even though I completed everything at the, well, I completed multiple infestations at that area, I did all these historical markers. If you die, you just got reset all the way back to thing. That's really annoying.
That's the last nest. Should make it safer to ride through here now.
I'm incredibly annoyed. I mean, I'd have to read the collectibles again, but I have to go and get them again. That's the thing. Boozer and Joni were staying in a small bed and breakfast out here when they wrecked their bike and Joni was killed. They'd been together forever, high school sweethearts. Who's now that we're cut from that? Not really, not completely. Iron Mike was wrong. We aren't defined by what we do, we're defined by our scars that never heal. Alright, well, now we have to head back, get all those other things, and then figure out a way to get to the island without dying. And we can't drive our bike through the water, I don't think. Our character cannot swim, apparently. And I wouldn't have had enough time to return to the shore once it told me to return to the shore, so that's another thing to consider. At least the, At least it's safe, at least we now have the infestation finished.
God damn it.
But now we have to go and get all those collectibles again. They haven't been collected now. And see, it would have saved if we got the Nero injector, but again, I was trying to get the Nero injector and we ended up going into the water thinking that was the correct thing to do. And our character, the game doesn't bother telling you that the character can't, like, swim until after you've already committed to the water, and then he's already too far in. And then it resets your progress that you've just done for the last half an hour, so... Yeah, I hope that, like, when it comes to the hordes, that if we defeat the horde, that we don't, like, get a thing where it's like, oh, the hordes reset themselves. That would be really bad. If the hordes reset themselves if you died, like, if you killed a horde and then, died and then reset the horde, that would not be good.
Huh. That's interesting.
Alright, this time we know that we can't... This time we know that we can't swim, which, again, this is the first time I've gone into the water where I didn't realize that we couldn't, swim. So I guess now we have to figure out another way to get to that island. Which also makes me wonder, if I can't swim, can I also... I probably can't drive into the water there either. So...
Sniper ambush, oh god damn it.
So we got a survivor along the way, now we don't have that survivor, which... We are down on the thing as well. Please don't. Looking at... Like, we can't swim, right? If I hop out and I try and swim, that's going to be considered too deep. If I drive into the thing, it's going to be thing. So it's like the only thing I can think of is am I supposed to just drive off of this cliff, get to this area? I'm gonna make a quick save. That way, at least if something happens, I can reload the save. Maybe this one. Maybe it's like here. I'm supposed to do a boost to get over to there. The only thing I can think of is looking at the cliffs. There's no way that I'm making it like to where I have to do that. Maybe I do this. Crazy, but probably, I mean, if we didn't hit the rock, it would have been okay. I think that's what I gotta do. Maybe I gotta launch my way across this, launch my way across the, thing. Right. There we go. Now, how do we get back? How do we get back is the other thing. Because there's no way to get back, unless we have to drive up higher for it.
I need these.
Maybe it's here. If I look at this ramp and I drive fast enough, it's gonna send me... I guess that would work.
Yeah. A micro recorder. Let's see.
How much fuel we got?
Enough to get back to base.
Okay.
Why, what's up? What are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking about checking the traps over by Thielsen.
Oh man, that's way out of our range. Put it on the roster for tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
An injector. Nero had all the good shit. Steroids. Is that what this shit is? Fuel can.
Alright, I'm gonna try. I think what I need to do is head to that area. Like across this thing. I could see myself crashing and dying, so.
Needed this. That's it.
Should work. Good. Alright, so now we have... Where are the other infestation zones, by the way? I know there's one up here. So we have to clear all the nests for. I actually also think there's an ambush camp somewhere. But I guess we'll find out. A couple of Nero things that I haven't grabbed because of hordes. There's this infestation zone that's here as well. Head to this camp. That's closer to the other one. It doesn't really matter where I go, but ultimately, once I finish with the ambush camps off, should open up at least some of the infestation areas. But I'm gonna have to clear out some hordes to get to some of the zones. But to do that, I need to set up my. I need to be able to set myself up. I'm clearly not ready to. Clearly not ready to fight the hordes without knowing what to do. Even on easy, it's not. They're challenging. I need to get bike upgrades so I can get more, carry more ammo with me. Stuff as well.
Finish burning out these nests. I'll come back later, finish burning out these nests.
So this area is I think there's only a couple of ambush camps left. Surprised I didn't actually clear out this area earlier.
I gotta clear the camp. Bunch of murderers and thieves, and I can't let any of them escape.
Oh, I gotta blow the area open. Actually, no, I don't. I can just climb over this back, climb over this back. I mean, I may as well just blow the thing up the way. Up the for it.
The hell? What was it?
I mean, they don't know where I am, so they shouldn't be able to come and investigate.
I am alone. Let's do this.
A whole bunch of them all out in the open.
Come on. Shit, empty. Killing drifters, is that it? How do you like it now?
I mean, heal. There is a sniper that's... There's a sniper that's like way over on the other side, but I can also deal with him by staying away.
More ammo. Okay.
We've already cleared out like nearly half the camp just by Them not even knowing where I am and moving so far away. Oh, now I see there's a... Right, there's our...
You son of a bitch.
6 more to go. It's a big area though. But I know there's a sniper guy because I saw his laser pointer. I just need to find where the rest of them are. I think they must all be at the. Okay, they're all over there. I've got to make sure I heal. They're all over here. Yep, they're all just camping out here.
Get the bastard! He killed him!
Why are you aiming at the wrong people?
They're down!
Alright, one more left.
I have no clue where the other guy is. I'll have to go looking around the camp. It's probably a sniper somewhere. Probably a sniper of some kind. Okay, that's weird. I did not get a... Someone just followed. Oh, sorry. Someone just unfollowed, but then the same person followed. So let me just actually check something for a second, because my alerts didn't go off. So maybe there's an update for OBS, for Streamlabs. We just check that for a second. Because well, it might also have been because someone unfollowed, and then I've had this same person follow before, so there might be an update for JavaScript error with Streamlabs. Something is preventing Streamlabs from updating. Okay. Give me a second and I'll try and fix that. I only just noticed that now, so my so someone unfollowed that had followed me before, and then they refollowed. But the actual indication did not appear on the screen, so I'm just going to update. I'm updating Streamlabs right now. It should fix that. I don't think that's the problem. I guess we'll find out in a second.
Here you are.
Oh, it's a flamethrower. I was wondering what was.
Is that it?
All
Is
right.
that all you got?
Flamethrower.
That's what I thought. Next time you set up an ambush, don't pick on the wrong guy. Alright, where did you hide your bunker, huh? I know you got one.
So just give me a second, and I will. Streamlabs should be up. It's downloading right now. At least know how to fix that problem. If my alerts aren't working. And now I go looking for the bunker. So Streamlabs is updated, but that wouldn't affect the stream.
There it is. Down the hatch.
Just give me a second, I'm gonna just close Streamlabs down. My alerts didn't appear, so there might have been an update for Streamlabs that's done. Give me a second, and then I'll close Streamlabs down, and then I'll check the make sure I update the link for the alerts. Then alerts should work again. Let's check that for a second. Where is my browser sort this thing? It should be updated. Lightbox widgets. Okay, a lightbox widget works, so shouldn't be any problems now with people following, but that's fine. Weird though that well, I got a follow. I saw my counter go down by 1, and then I saw my follow count go up by 1 as well. It's the same thing. Actually, now I'm actually generally curious. I'm gonna go quickly check on Twitch to see if I can view this thing. I don't think it was Streamlabs. I don't think it was Streamlabs making the thing not work. But let's just give it the benefit of the doubt and see if that is what it is. If that is what it is, then I might have solved the problem. But I wouldn't have known that was. I doubt it's that. But we'll see if anything's been fixed or changed. If that was the case, that's really bad, because I wouldn't have even thought that it was that. That would have been a problem. Find out in a second, though. Taking a while to load, which is weird, but if I can see myself or see the stream, then fine. At the moment, it doesn't look like I'm seeing anything. Yeah, so stream's been going for like an hour. Nothing's loading, so yeah. Okay, so still the same problem, so it's not Streamlabs. Good to know it wasn't that, but also got to know that my Streamlabs has been updated, so everything should work accordingly. But I am still here, so I know I saw I lost a follower, but then I gained the same follower, so maybe that's something I don't know. Can't explain what's going on.
A map. Looks like they marked it up good.
Okay. Bear Bay ambush camp. We got a skill point and 5,000 XP. 2750 up for the Diamond Lake camp. Ambush hunter up.
Crafting. Hello.
Is what, another. That's 2 more hordes that I found. 2 more hordes are apparently on the map now. Oh, okay, we actually found a whole bunch more stuff. What actually opened? We found 2 new hordes. A couple more Nero things, and several infestation nests. We have to head to the left, because that's where the last ambush camp is, that's appearing at least. Well, at least the last one that I need to think. I'm gonna have to still explore around the map. So. Yep, so my intention would be go here, grab this, and then just work my way left as we go. We also got a storyline update. You keep heading south of here on Highway 97, you'll come to Klamath Falls, then into California, Mount Shasta, and down at Sacramento. I rode with Boozer once in his big rig on a haul down to Bakersfield. Listened to country music, which I hate, but ate some of the best biscuits and gravy I've ever tasted. Yeah, that's all gone now. So, our load should be fixed. There was an update to Streamlabs, so I fixed that up. Time to head back to the bike. I get the feeling there's still some ambush camps I have not uncovered yet. So I'll have to figure out where those are. How much ammo do I still have left? I think I should use one of my reserves.
I can fix this. Let's go.
Alright. Clearly no horde here, because if there was, I would have died.
How's that, huh?
Oh, I didn't do the kill point either. We still have one more for stamina. So I'm surprised. There must be a ton of Nero sites that I have not found yet, because like I've still got like several things I need to do. Crossbow bolt damage. We should get that. We're not that far off from. We're not that far off from level 45. We're at level 40 right now, so we only have 5 more. And they have 5 more skills left. I was about to, I did not see that coming. There's actually no, horde here. I'm going to, take out this thing. The only one that's left.
Where is it? God, it's gotta be close.
Can I get on the bike, please? Why did you not get on the bike? Emerald College Infestation, 2500 XP. 1400 up in the Diamond Lake camp. And for some reason he didn't get onto the camp. As long as there's no horde here, it's fine. It's only a small, like, group of them. So if the horde's not here, it's probably somewhere else. When ship was going down, Nero set up refugee camps like this all over the Pacific Northwest. Here in Kamalt, the ones at Three Finger Jack, Tomilo, Lost Lake, up by Smith Rock. The ones like this one set up along the highways got hit first and hardest, but in the end, they were all death traps, overrun every one of them. Alright, oh, here we go. The horde's probably off in a cave, because I know that I confronted them at night, they were on the bridge there. That is a bear, wherever that is. Please don't. Oh, great. Lost my bike. And we do it.
Bounty.
Alright, at least it saved me right here, because where we completed the, saved me right here where we completed the infestation, so... I can't stop dying, too.
Another bounty.
Yeah, that's the name we're going to do another jump for this one. There's no bear around here, that was the whole reason why I was trying to avoid going on. Horde isn't here either. Looks like we can drive across this. I see where the crash site is. Crash site's over. Ah, good. So let's use this ramp to get across over to that way. Fine. Please return to shore. And we've lost our bike. Thing. Yeah, we've lost our bike. I don't know how we retrieve it from the water, but... what I might do is I'll grab the Nero recorder, and then I'll see if I can die. And hopefully it returns us our bike, and it still gives us the, hopefully it still gives us the, thing. That's how it can. Go, we got this. There we go. More than I was expecting, actually. Okay. I thought I still had one more to go, but, no, we got that. So we'll sync up the trophy there.
projector. Nero had all the good shit.
Alright, so this should be the last stamina upgrade.
Better living through chemistry.
The issue now is that I don't have a bike.
Micro-recorder. Let's see.
When we buzzed Highway 97 yesterday, did you see the size of that horde?
Nah, man, I was catching some Z's.
What is it with you guys? Look, I work the same number of shifts you do, and you don't see me sleeping all the time.
Yeah, your gear's not as heavy.
Anyway, it was over 300. Did an infrared scan.
Jeez, that a lot?
It means each horde is growing in size. I mean, numerically.
I can't get by where I'm supposed to go.
That makes me gag just thinking about it. It'd be like being in a mosh pit in July, only with a bunch of Alzheimer's patients who never wipe their ass.
Why do I even talk to you?
Unfortunately, we've lost our bike. I don't know how we recover it. That's the one thing I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. We only just barely missed it, so... See what happens if I, can't think, but... My bike's kind of, like... It's like only just off the... It's only just off the land. And then how do we get it back? That's the other issue. How do we get back there? How do we get back to land after grabbing this? And the game just completely forgot how to... I'm trying to think, like, what I would do... Ah, there's a way right this way. There's a bridge right here. I guess that's the way that you get back. So you go across here. Go across here to get to where you're supposed to go. And then... there might be a way back via something else. But apparently I need to do, so... I'm gonna attempt this again. If it gets into the water, like there's something I can do. It actually just made it. I say it just made it, and then I went and got the bike completely. I think what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to jump across the thing, get barely there, then jump across again, and then get it across to that. There has to be a way to do this correctly. Like again, like that was fine. It's just that I was trying to break my I was trying to break once I landed and just didn't want to break. That's how we do it, because then what you do after that is there's obviously a ramp here, so you go and use the ramp to speed across, and then you can get across to the other side. Then you go and grab what you need to do. But it is possible to get this. Probably a quick save, but please ain't crash. No, that's too short. Oh, it's not too short. Should we made it? No, that's bad. Actually, it was not bad. Okay. Now I just hope that I can make it across. I don't think making it going this way is gonna work because. Actually, no, it would work. Yeah, right here. We just go off right here. Fine, do that.
Scrap. Good. Micro reporter.
Buzzed Highway 97 yesterday. Did you see the size of that horde?
Oh, man, I was catching disease.
Narrow ejector.
What is it with you guys? Look, I work the same number of shifts you do, and you don't see me sleeping all the time.
Yeah, your gear's not as heavy.
Anyway, it was over 300. Did an infrared scan.
Jeez. That a lot?
It means each horde is growing in size. I mean, numerically.
Man, can you imagine being in the middle of that? Makes me gag just thinking about it. It'd be like being in a mosh pit in July, only with a bunch of Alzheimer's patients who never wipe their ass.
Why do I even talk to you?
Alright. Now we have to go across this. There we go. And then our bike just goes in giant flip. Nearly died. Oh, he made it. He made it.
It doesn't look too bad.
Okay, we made it. Now we'll head to the next area. Get we weren't gonna get waterlogged there. I could hear the horde music, but yeah, I didn't see any of them, so. We are making very nice progress though. Like the Cairns thing, I wasn't even expecting that.
I never knew that.
Japanese balloon bombed the casualties of war. This marker stands as a memorial to honor the lives lost to the Japanese balloon bomb campaign of 1945, which claimed the lives of 6 people at this very spot. These deaths were the only World War II US combat casualties in the 45 states. A Sunday school teacher, her husband, and 5 13 to 14-year-old students were driving along this road when the balloon made contact, killing them instantly. Balloons are part of Japan's Fugo campaign. In all, Japan released around 9,000 balloons, 342 of which reached the United States. Sounds very eerily familiar to what happened recently with China, except they weren't going around trying to kill people, obviously. Now we have a couple of Nero things, and what's these nests down here? All these cryo nests are the next things that we have to do. Oh, right. Okay, this is the, I remember this area. This area is the one where, this area is the, area that we came to grab the water hemlock, if you remember. And she said, like, oh, make sure you burn out all the crying nests, and we never did it, because there weren't any nearby. We're probably gonna get swooped right now, like it's, they don't even care if we,
I smell a nest. Gotta be right here.
I think it's gonna spawn here. Somehow missed one. Yes, okay. That shouldn't have missed. Last one's over here. But I just like how they immediately go away. Once you destroy one, once you destroy the nest. They just immediately go away as if nothing's happened.
I can smell it.
Is that all of them? I'm still missing
one. Time to burn. There's another nest. Let's burn it up.
Oh, they're over there. How many Molotovs have I got left? And they have like one Molotov left because of what happened there.
Where is it? God damn nest. That's gotta be close. Another nest. Takes care of that one.
Hold on. Yep. I think one that's left is down this way. We'll head back to our point. So much water hemlock here that you can gather.
Another nest down.
I don't know how many nests are still left.
Yeah, time to light it up.
Also, I don't have any Molotov. I have only napalm bombs. Okay. Just wondering, like, why can't I reach that? I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'll attempt it. Hope it does. Alright, that was enough. Wait, that's a... Yeah, this is bad. I just got hit into the fire, like... Where are you? Where is this thing? This...
I can sell this.
Okay, so that'll clear out all of that. That means the only thing left is this over here. We're about to get the next, the next one's just right over this way. Probably over the ramp here. I think it's over the ramp? Either over the ramp or underneath. That's underneath, okay. All I have to do is just, head down there. Oh, right, that's what we did now. Go over the ramp, so that we can make our way down to the thing, because if we drop down, we'd probably die. Wasn't far enough back.
Another narrow recorder. What happened here?
We're done here. Field note 1005. Collecting data from site 812. Bridge on Highway 97. Since we last checked the motion sensor at 0800, 3 days ago, another 8,000 Homo sapiens mutans turba have passed through the site.
That's a lot of horde.
Do you know how many people lived in California before the event, Corporal?
No idea.
39.25 million. Now assume that 50% of those were killed, either by the virus or by their kind and considerate fellow man in the aftermath. That leaves us with, what, 20 million Homo sapiens mutans, give or take?
I don't follow you. What are you getting at?
What I'm getting at is that 10,000 is a drop in the bucket. Before this is over, there's going to be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of infected, coming right up this highway like an angry mob of cannibalistic penguins following a bloody trail to the sea.
Sir?
Never mind, Corporal. Reset the motion sensor. Let's get the hell out of here.
I guess Iron Mike was right. We still get a lot of tourists coming up from California. It's just that they're hungrier, and they ain't as picky about what they eat.
I'll grab this.
Neuro injector, just for the top.
Now, should be able to upgrade just focus now.
Well, always had trouble concentrating.
Alright, so before I go and continue the thing, I'm going to take a quick break, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, so... now we're heading back, heading to the next ambush camp. We head to the next ambush camp, and,
Got it.
I don't know if it's the last one. I guess we'll find out. I don't know if it's the last ambush camp in the game. It could be. If I look at the actual percentage, though, it might not be. Okay. Well, I've also got to worry about hordes, because there's probably going to be hordes around. We are heading into direct territory with one, potentially. As long as I don't like run into it and oh, it's right there. Hang on a second. Wait a second, this one... There's a horde here? Oh god. Please get across this bridge without being attacked. There actually was a horde there. I remember doing the Nero checkpoint and then... Maybe there was a... But that horde I think is a fairly large one. Imagine if there was a horde that spawned there, and it's like you gotta try and get to this linear like walkway. Like nothing that you can do about it. Do I get everything else here? Yeah, everything else here is fine. Heading to the next ambush camp.
More bounties.
I haven't got any.
At last.
There has to be another ambush camp though, only because that area up the top where I was in the cemetery thing, that makes me think that there has to be something there, because it's that area up there is not complete, and I can't see where all the infestations are. That actually makes me think that there is an ambush camp around that area, but nothing's appeared on my map yet. And it's not like Assassin's Creed. Okay, that's weird as well. This one here did not appear on my map. Sorry, this one here did appear on my map at some point, and then now it's reappeared again.
Jesus. I smell it. It's gotta be getting close.
Let's try and aim for the highest one.
Nest. Gotta be
that
right
way
here.
it can potentially rain down on like the rest of them.
Gotta be right around here. Gotta be close to a
That
nest.
didn't work.
I can smell it. Where is it? God damn nest. That's gotta be close. I smell it. It's gotta be getting close. Another nest. Let's go.
Yeah, these nests are not getting to the light. By these napalm grenade things. I don't have any, I'm gonna need to go acquire. I don't have any, other Molotovs on me. Still make more of these, I hope. But I don't want to waste them. Oh, I can't. I don't have any more. I was hoping that the one above would seep down to the one below. And I'm gonna take out the one over there. I'm gonna take out the one over here just in case it, like, resets itself if something goes wrong. Like, this one here, I have to be a bit higher up. Okay, there's still actual nests around. Wait, really? There's one just in a car? That's the first time I've seen that happen.
That's it.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can find some, hopefully I can find some Molotov ammo around. I'm completely out of Molotov, stuff. Probably gonna get attacked while I'm in here, but... I remember this area. The area is the one that we did the stuff for Sarah for. The kids. I can craft Molotovs. I'd rather craft a Molotov than craft a napalm thing, only because it's more accurate. I can throw it further. Oh, I see the other one. The other one's like right here. I'm gonna try and hit this one. See if I can aim it a little higher. Actually, no. What I should do is I should make sure I take out this one first, because if I come back and something goes wrong, at least this actual area will be dealt with. Also, I find it strange that nothing's attacking me. That no enemies were attacking me. I'm still gonna need. I'm gonna need to come back because I don't have any. I don't have enough. Molotov ammo. Come back to clear out this nest. Hopefully, I have enough when I come back. Should be able to get plenty of stuff. Should be able to get plenty of stuff. From the ambush camp. I don't plan on using Molotovs there anyway. At least I'll get some materials maybe.
Assholes can't let him even get out of here alive.
We're gonna get seen here. Don't like spawn.
Use this.
Nope, he spotted me.
How's it going?
Men coming!
Oh, I have to blow this away anyway. They would have spotted me. Oh, there's a Nero checkpoint here as well. Okay, so this is I would have had to have done this to clear out the thing anyway. Okay, that's fine. Stop taking me from all over the place here. Is that a horde? Hang on a second, I actually want to check something. Could be a horde. I need to heal. Okay, let's just let them get attacked by everything. Let's see how, just let them deal with everything. It's worked last time. But here there's so in this area alone, there's an ambush camp, a Nero checkpoint, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we can now, you're right. Let's just let them, deal with all the rampaging enemies. Why am I bothering attacking everybody and thing when I can just let them kill each other? And then I'll just take everything else.
I get you now, asshole. Last one. Gotta finish this.
That's the last of it. Guess your cage is setting in.
It's not a horde, so I can deal with it. Or unless it is. Yes, it is a horde. Man, it's so hard to. Is it a horde or not? Like, I guess it is. It's not a. Is it a horde? I don't know if this is a horde or not. I don't think it is. It looks like it is, based on this, but then it could also just be a whole bunch of enemies. If this is not a horde, then I'll just, if this is a horde, then I'll take it out as well. Maybe it's because they got to... Okay, the music's playing as if it's a horde, so... I'm gonna let myself die and just, respawn. I actually want to see, because they came out of the subway area there, and yet there was only a small lot of them. So I don't know, and it's not up here. It's not showing up on my map that it's a horde. So that's the one thing that I'm confused about. Hopefully, it doesn't restart me like too far back.
Drifter bike. Someone's here.
What?
Men! I see you hiding. Oh shit!
How do you like that, huh?
They came through the thing way. They didn't come through straight away. Ah, there they come now. Okay, so there is just straight up the board there.
Burn, you asshole.
Son of a bitch, where'd you go, man? Oh, I think that's it. Roads will be a little safer now. I mean, not much, but a little. I wonder if they had a bunker around here. I'll bet they do.
They're trapped there, though. Not really doing anything. I don't know how many enemies are still left. There's still quite a few. I can do that again. If the thing would work, please. Stop. There's only like this many left, which I can deal with that. Deal with this many, like, but not when it's like a whole, like, with them all. Just this many is fine. Like, I can deal with this without having to, like, go super into, like, heal, and we've dealt with the majority of the attacks, so. Just gonna start running. Please heal. I don't know if this is the entire horde, but at least it'll be, I'm hoping that it is. Mainly because I hear the... I do need to go back there to complete the camp, plus, the checkpoint, plus the, other thing. But I was able to deal with that one because I was stuck fighting stuff and
More bounties.
I don't think that was the entire thing. I guess we're gonna find out.
Can use this.
By getting the, there's still some walking around. Still some enemies walking around.
Good.
But I don't know how far they are. I've already dealt with this many, I may as well, and the enemies also help, so I may as well just deal with the rest of them. Aim for the enemy, please. A couple of stragglers. It's not showing up as a horde, so... It would make sense for there to be one, though. Oh, well, I found the fuel.
A can of fuel. Topping off. Mine now. Nothing like scrap.
I need to see that. I need to at least complete some of this stuff. I need to. I feel like that was a horde. But even then, it was like we've dealt with the majority of it. Yeah, it didn't appear on my map as one, so maybe there's still some enemies left over. Stragglers. If there is, I'll go and deal with them because I'm this close. I don't know where the. The only way to know is to go this way. Scan the.
Here it is. Needed this.
But if that wasn't a horde, that was a lot of enemies.
Done.
Wanna check? They all came from here, so. I heard that was a horde, but it didn't appear as one. I'm looking at, like, scanning all this.
West. I guess Nero didn't want anyone getting
And nothing's coming up here, so must have just been a big sort of thing. Alright, well, I'm gonna disable the gotta make sure I disable all the gotta make sure that I disable all the noise things before I push the button. I also want to make sure that I, before I push the button, I'm going to grab finish the camp off. That way I don't have to come back here. Actually, this might be like the reason why it's there is because of the surprised that wasn't a horde though. That might have been like an area that was blocked off. But they came from somewhere. So save all these. I'm gonna go and grab the ambush camp thing first, and then come back to this. That way, this area is mine, and then I can then.
Oh, God damn it! Fuse blown.
Oh, want the fuse as well. There's an actual,
Shit, wrong way.
Find the fuse. Then you find the fuse, and then, or I've already found it. There's a chance I've already found it, because, I have been going
Alright, where? No, where the hell am I gonna get a fuse?
Good. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that was the case. We're heading this way anyway.
This is it. A hatch, yeah, here it is.
Alright, well, I found the actual ambush camp.
Okay, let's see. What's going on here? You're mine now.
So I found the area for the camp. I want to find the fuse first, and then... if I can find the fuse first, then that means that I can... if I find the fuse, then I can head back to the camp, do the ambush thing. Open up the map, and we'll see where...
Gotta take a closer look.
Oh, it's actually already open. Didn't realize that this was already open, I was sort of checked it already. Search thing right there. Oh, it's right here.
Which way? Back on track. Feels, yes.
I'll complete the ambush camp here, that way we get the map open. Then I'll go and do the Nero checkpoint, and then we can drive out of here. Because then at least it will save on that. Well, it'll at least save on one of these things, I would think. Technically, this is like a viewpoint. So I just want to do this first, just in case something happens with a horde randomly coming.
Hello, a map. Looks like they marked it up pretty good.
Okay, Spruce Lake Ambush Camp, 4000 XP. 1100 Trust in the Wizard Island Camp. Okay, there might be more ambush camps then. It's not opening up, so... Okay, so that means that there is, that means that there was no horde there, it was just a collection of enemies. There was a lot of them there, though, that was what was really, weird. Alright, well, only a couple of infestation sites there, and a Nero thing, there's still some stuff that we're missing, though, so I guess I'll have to figure out where that is located, but, head out of here. This and this. There might be one more ambush camp that we haven't got yet, that I haven't seen on the map. I remember hearing back in the day about what a shit show it was over in the Willamette Valley west of the Cascades. Tunnels like this were choked off by folks heading east because as bad as it was here, it was worse over there. The Interstate 5 freeway was 4 times the size of Highway 97 and had hordes 4 times the size of ours. Think about that. Okay. That that explains why there was a whole bunch of enemies there. I wish that was a horde, but it was not. That was just a random set of enemies. So now what we'll do is we'll finish the thing off here, do this historical marker, and then we'll finish off the rest of the nests. And I'll look at what else is left to do. So that was just a big, whole bunch of enemies that were just there that we fought for no reason. Still missing an ambush camp then. If I look at on my map, I'm not seeing a flame. Makes me think that it's either here somewhere, in the middle, or... Oh, I forgot about this as well, we have to go back and do. It's either here or up here somewhere.
Power's off. Figures. Now we're in business. I'll let you do it. Scrap. Here we go. Green lights are good. Damn it. That's gonna bring them all down on me. Here we go. Another narrow course.
waves from here to Sea Rose Beach. That's where I'm headed. Sea Rose Beach. Got a nice ring to it.
The coast? Can I go with you?
Why the hell not? Name's Sinclair. Martine. So, how many MREs you got in there?
Yeah, well, the coast ain't such a bad idea. At least I haven't seen any freaks who can swim. Well, hope you made it, Marty. Neuro injector, just what the doctor ordered.
Hey. Spruce Lake Nero checkpoint 2000 XP. 700, so close to level up here. World's End, nearly completed.
So help me focus. Dead Coyote Lava Cave. Well, nothing bad can happen with a name like that, yeah? There's another one. Time to burn. There's another nest. Well, let's burn it up.
I'm gonna just wait for the nest to finish burning, just in case like multiple nests burn. I don't know what is counted as dead and what isn't counted as dead. Yeah, like in that time we were able to get 3 nests instead of just the 1. Alright, so now we have... The only stuff left now is hordes. The only stuff left now is hordes. There's a couple of infestation sections that I have to do stuff for as well, but I can't actually do anything for them. What's weird is like this is saying that it's like destroyed, but yet it's not, so take that with what you will. In terms of actual stuff that's left. Yeah, so we're still going to clear out the Crier infestation. We've got one more left to go. And then the Pioneer Cemetery. So those are the only 2 that I think are left. All these hordes are still left, which those are going to take the longest time. There's a checkpoint that we have to deal with. There's a horde there, so we can't do that. And if I go to the actual storyline section, all these are done. The infestations and we've still got one more ambush camp, I think, left. This will come as the thing. So it's like, I need to find out where the ambush camp is. If I look at the trophy-wise, there's still probably a couple of things left to do. So we've got ambush camp, infestation, exterminator, and I think those are fine. The drifting stuff will get as we go. Collectibles we're trying to get as we go. That will happen as we go. And so, pretty much we just... I need to find out where the next, where the ambush camp is that I'm missing is. That way I can, go ahead and grab that, then grab any further info, because we can't finish this infestation out until we have Molotovs. I can't, do the hordes yet, because I have to think there's Nero checkpoints I have to do, so I have to find out where the, thing is. He's gone. He's gone. Ambush camp. I'm missing one ambush camp. If I can find out where that is, I'll grab that. Yeah, so there's one at the top. Definitely, because I just see on the map, that's one of the first ones that's shown. Which one am I actually missing? Cascade. Got Cascade Lakes, right away. Got Burley Lake. Dearborn I have. Redwood RV Park. That's the one I'm missing. Southwest of Rope Tunnel. Really? Pretty sure I got that one. The one we just did. No, that's Spruce Lake. Oh, okay. So there's the Rope Tunnel checkpoint. So it's down here somewhere. Down here somewhere. That's in a weird spot. I wasn't expecting it here. So it's located alright, so it's actually around here then. Okay, so gotta figure out how to get to this one. Redwood RV Park. I need to try and I need to find a better image because this image is a little bit thing. Redwood RV Redwood RV Park. I was actually expecting one to be. There actually might still be one up there. Like if I reverse to my map, like playing ambush camps are done. Yeah, there are. Okay, so I'm missing two. There's definitely one up here, and then there's one thing as well. I just need to find a clear like map location. I'm missing two. Consider there's 10, and how many do I have currently? This one doesn't count because it's not a, it's a thing, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is accurate. But what they were saying is not accurate. How am I supposed to be at? Is there let me check. Where is the trophies thing? This might tell me. Okay, no, it doesn't tell me how far away I am from completing the ambush camp storyline. So I need to figure out where. I need to figure out how many ambush camps there are supposed to be. Like, Nothing in Highway 97, nothing in Crater Lake. Lost Lake, no. Iron Butte, there is a camp. Cascade, there's a camp. Belknap, there is no camp. Alright, so... I think 2 camps left. Need to find the first one. It's... If I look at the map... It's like... somewhere down here. So if I like mark my map here, for example, this should take me towards it. Alright, so first ambush camp's around here. That's where I'm gonna head next. Mainly because I need to be able to get supplies and stuff. Oh. Hordes are gonna be lost, obviously, and then the more Nero checkpoints I can find, the better, because then I can get my focus up. I feel like I'm gonna need that for. Definitely gonna need that. Looking at what was left, and it's like we've pretty much done everything that we could on the map. Because the hordes are pretty much done. The nests, we need the Molotovs, and then like the checkpoints that are near hordes, like leaving them till later. So it's like, okay, the only things left to do is just find more of the camps. So I get more chances of getting upgrades and infestations completed and all that sort of stuff. Definitely could have done something better with the. Like, I know why Captain Curie left, but it's like I was kind of expecting him to maybe make a return. But then when I saw the 100%, it's like, yeah, I know he's coming back. Gotta keep an eye on my bike because I have no. After gathering all that scrap, I didn't have any. I had to use like 3 scrap on that area. This area looks like I barely even like explored. bad. Can't afford to drop down that way. I don't know why it's telling me to go down that way, but...
God damn it.
So you can't afford to lose my bike. That means that... Our bike is very badly damaged. Really? Really? That happened? Wait, what? We're all the way back here? We're all the way back here again, like... I am so sick of... Oh, great! Look at what else is back. Look at what else is back. Because we died, the horde... Really? Like, I've spawned back into this area only to be surrounded by enemies. How is this actually, like... How is this? Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to run away. The enemies somehow respawned in this area despite me, We have to get going. Like, why are you lagging? Why is the game lagging? Like, it respawned me in an area with all those enemies, and yet and it's got the horde music, and yet it didn't save anything.
I smell a nest. Gonna be right here.
I don't think it hit all of them. Well, hit the main three. Alright. Essentially what happened last time. Like that area, like I'm looking right here. My map does not show that there's a horde that's supposed to be here, and yet when I respawn into the game, all those enemies are back, and yet we killed all of them. Like I said, it was like, what did I say these were? Like, year or something like that. As I said, we're going to do the ambush camps, that way I can better prepare myself for the rest of the stuff, because ambush camps lead us to extermination. infestations, and then that also leads to like getting skill points and things like that, and resources and other stuff. Trying to follow this work here, just make sure that I don't make any mistakes. But yeah, it's like also starting to lag again. Actually, we're just about to fall then. Now the quality's gone to potato quality. I feel like I'm about to, the game's about to crash. Not the game, the stream's about to crash. Or at least if something goes wrong here, there's plenty of scrap that we can salvage. Somehow we've ended up with a better point than the previous time, which is good. I don't know why it's buffering so much.
Ripper camp. Goddamn rippers.
That's all I need to do, just like go slightly in one direction. tell, like, the quality of the thing is dropping.
I gotta kill them all. Every last one of these murdering sons and bitches.
20 of them. At least, coming here, it's gonna save the game.
First one.
Like, the issue is, like, I've got delayed gunfire as well. Like how they just willingly set themselves on fire.
What do you think now, huh?
It's gonna be bad if I die from a laggy. I can tell the quality of my actual streaming thing is going down. Like the game could crash. I really don't know. I hope that it doesn't crash, because then I'm gonna have to like restart from who knows where. We're halfway through the camp.
Shit, almost out. I'll just take these.
I'm gonna make some cheese. Alright. Really bad. I don't know what this is. Like, why it's lagging like this.
That don't matter. Not enough. Come on.
Kill them.
Gonna need to like heal ahead of time, just in case. Oh, that's shooting at me. Yes, okay. My God, reload then. God's sake, like this is what I mean. Like, how can I can't even play like with this lag. I got most of the way through and it was just like, oh, every time he was trying to reload, it wasn't reloading. I'm gonna do all that again. And he locks onto that guy for some reason. Locks onto a guy that's on the ground.
Bitches. Finally. You don't need these.
Now it's lagging again. Can't deal with this. Been fine for like the last 2.5 hours. now all of a sudden it's just not working. Yes, I'm trying to reload.
Son of a bitch.
That guy's out now. The one with the handgun. I'd like to know why it's I'd like to know why it's doing this, but I don't even know like if you can see how badly laggy this is. Like my computer CPU is fine. The game quality is not. I haven't changed anything because I'm looking at my actual like stats and it's like CPU is the same, upload speed's the same, encoder is the same. Everything looks the same. It's just maybe it's because it's I don't know. Now I can't get out of the map menu. Oh, that's right. It's gone and like now it's gone. I still saved. Alright, let's see if this fixes it. Saying that my uploaders are consistent enough, and yet it's not changed. Well, I don't understand. Like, it's not changed. It said that my controller got disconnected. And then now it's all back to normal again, like nothing ever happened. It's like, so, I guess the game had to crash to be able to get... I don't know. I don't know where the rest of these enemies are.
No!
Alright, well this one. Please heal. Now we're back to lagging again, like. Alright, well we know where the other guy is. He's right there. I hope I can sneak up on him. Oh!
Camp's clear. Now you know how it feels, being on the other end of it, yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's still lagging. Like, it's still lagging.
Oh, we look like the top underground bunker.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Bunker, yes. There it is.
This area doesn't look like it's great condition.
What do they got here? Map.
Okay, Redwood RV Park, Ambush Camp, 2400 XP. Iron Mike's Trust is 700 points away from being the max level. One more Ambush Camp to go, and then we will see how everything turns out. Really did my game crash again? It did. Saying that I don't have enough. We recommend more than 5 megabytes down and upwards. Well, that's what it's showing on my screen. So why would it be anything different? It happened in quite some time. We got the internet upgrade as well. But apparently tomorrow is when everything happens. So maybe that has to do with it. It could be because of it is a warm day today. It's gonna be like that for several days.
What do we got here? How to craft? Okay, yeah.
All right. Storylines. Okay, so there is a Nero checkpoint and a couple of historical markers around area. So what have we got? 3 historical markers plus a another camp. So 1 more camp to go, and then we finished. It's a funny thing. Back in the day, the MC was banned from staying at most of the RV parks in the area. We were too noisy, got too drunk, had too many fights, took up too much parking. Now I bet they take us over a bunch of rippers. At least we didn't build bonfires everywhere and kill anything that moved. Okay, so I'm going to go and head to the... There's a historical marker nearby. I need to head back to my bike anyway. Where's everything else? It's like it's... Well, actually, it's better for me to go and head to this first. Right up here. Oh, but I need to jump across. Guessing, maybe. Right. Where I have to go is right here. Unless I can jump up and go there. Doesn't look like it's gonna let me. That would be cool if I could have like used this to jump off it. Unfortunately, you can't run and jump. So maybe I need to bring my bike in here. I think that's what I might need to do. Bring my bike into here and then drive up that ramp and... Oh, it's actually right here, the environmental where the historical markers. I can also hear a Jesse thing around as well. I have a better time finding what I'm looking for if it wasn't so lucky. I can hear it though. Maybe that's it over here.
learn something new every day.
Waldo Lake, the Oregon conservationist. John B. Waldo, 1844 to 1907, was an American politician, Chief Justice of the Oregon Supreme Court, and an unsung hero of the Pacific Northwest. Born in Oregon to immigrant parents from Missouri, he dedicated his life to the state and to its conservation. Exploring as much of the region as he could, especially the Cascades, Waldo lobbied to have Oregon preserved as national parkland. There are many stories about John B. Waldo and his love of the Cascades, and he left his mark on the region long before explorers attempted to do the same. After his death, Waldo Lake was named in his honor. This is the big issue. Like, I can hear the sermons, but they don't appear on the map. And I know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I found the place where I need to drive. I need to get the bike to here so I can ride across. Oh, it's over there. This here might be the, I thought it was here, but it's... No, it's, Alright, at least I know where the, should have also grabbed,
let's see.
Fuel cannons.
That'll hold.
Right here. Yeah, well, that works. Don't get to keep our bike with us. But... surprised that didn't kill us. What is that? The Nero Site Order TS-03. Okay, I better check that one. I think it's this one here. Memo detailing Nero reconnaissance efforts in Iron Butte against the RIP cult. National Emergency Response Organization orders TS-03-900-SQM. Memorandum for record. To all Nero personnel assigned to the Iron Butte quarantine zone, Command has received multiple reports of checkpoints throughout the quarantine zone of cultists calling themselves Rest in Peace, moving along main roads between checkpoints. Cult members can be easily identified by their shaved heads and ritualistic scars on their faces and arms. You are to exercise extreme caution when approached by members of this cult. There have been unconfirmed reports of extreme drug-induced violence by cult members against civilians, military, and federal personnel. We are conducting reconnaissance operations in the cult headquarters at the Iron Butte Resort No surveillance. Actually, we might have already seen this one. Might be another one. Maybe it was this one. No, we did GDQ. I remember because I said about it's because I thought GDQ was the thing. So just similar sounding stuff. Well, we found what we're looking for. Fuel here as well, so that's good.
I need scrap. Another narrow injector. Good. Yeah. Focus. Gotta focus. Fuel can.
I do need petrol. Probably also do need to fix my bike. Yep.
Oh, here we go. Good. Let's see what I can do.
Okay. Even though I can hear that the broadcast, it's not letting me grab the thing. There's a couple of these to do, and then we'll head to the next ambush camp. Yeah, looks like it's probably gonna be the final one.
Who knew?
Iron Butte Ranch to some on the marsh. %70% though. So we need 13 more 13 more collectibles. Surprised we still haven't got one of those ready for your organs or the confident that we'll get stuff done though. There's some that are near hordes that we haven't gone and got yet, so always go and get them. The Iron Butte Ranch area is one rich with Central Oregon history. Around 15,000 years ago, early Americans migrated into the area, creating what is now known as Iron Butte. Marshland turned to meadow, and in the 1800s, American settlers populated the land with cattle ranches. Originally used to raise cattle, horses, and sheep, Iron Butte Ranch became a summer home for the original owners before it was sold in 1970, becoming the resort it now is today. Due to the resort's popularity, development around the area began creating what is now a thriving community.
bears. God damn it. They were waiting for me.
Oh, I think I managed to avoid what's gonna happen.
Son of a bitch!
Actually, I need to remember that I don't think I have the actually no, I do. I completely forgot about the blowing out this area. Come back to that anyway.
Interesting.
Snowbrush Ranch, the first alpaca farm. Snowbrush Ranch has been in operation for over 30 years, since opening its doors as the first alpaca farm in Oregon. First brought over from Peru in the 1980s, alpaca ranching has become a lucrative pastime in central Oregon, where they're raised for both their fiber production and for their companionship. The high desert climate of central Oregon is especially perfect for raising, breeding, and ranching alpaca, providing the perfect atmosphere for the industry to blossom. I completely forgot about the, well, at the period of time that I did it, I wouldn't have had enough to be able to, make it anyway. So I remember having to reset. I knew there had to be something. Snowbrush Ranch alpaca farm. A brochure about alpaca farming found on Snowbrush in the United View. Snowbrush Ranch Alpaca Farm, so you want to farm alpacas. Visit the Snowbrush Ranch, open Monday through Saturday, 10 AM to 2 PM. Why farm alpacas? Alpacas are considered to be one of the world's finest livestock, producing textiles from their fleece that are always in demand. They are charismatic companions, do well in small farms and homes, provide income from fleece production and breeding. More compact than their cousin the llama, alpacas produce a higher quality fleece that can be used in clothing production. They're also popular show animals and are incredibly diverse, boasting a large variety of coat color. As companions, alpacas are curious, loving, and easy to train, making them great pets and livestock for people of all ages and experience levels. Getting started. When starting your own alpaca farm, there's much to consider. First, we recommend visiting your local alpaca farms for a first-hand look at your future. There, you'll be able to review the environments at which your local farms raise their alpacas, get advice, and get some experience. Once you've made your decision, it's worth spending time with a business consultant to secure funding. Alpaca farming is a rewarding and wonderful lifestyle, but it takes considerable funding to get it off the ground, especially if you don't already own your own acreage or have a farm. There, you'll need to secure your lodgings. You'll need a small range of acreage with a barn or shelter for your alpacas. This land will need to be able to support your needs, keep them warm in the winter, and give them adequate shelter during the evening. If you're interested in alpaca ownership but can't afford the cost of owning and maintaining a ranch, you can also place your alpacas in the care of a breeder. For a monthly fee, breeders will handle the boarding and feeding of your alpaca, letting you focus on training and socialization. There are benefits to owning your own ranch, but by keeping your alpaca with a breeder, you can save considerable money on ranch maintenance. We highly recommend this option if you're looking to only own 1 or 2 alpacas. Snowbrush Ranch is a certified alpaca breeding and boarding facility. Please contact us if you're interested. There are quite a few other things to consider when starting your alpaca farm, such as shelter, paddock, pastures, access to electricity and veterinary care, livestock trailers and transportation, equipment, shearing supplies, feed, storage, and processing and irrigation, among many others. Make sure to inquire with the Alpaca Owner Alliance or with your friends at Snowbrush Ranch for consultation and information. We look forward to welcoming you to the Alpaca family soon. Snowbrush Ranch, alpaca rates and prices. We at Snowbrush Ranch not only breed alpacas for their fleece, but also for their showmanship. All of our eligible alpacas are trained and shown around Oregon. Many of them are of award-winning quality. We take breeding and training very seriously here and are committed to our animals. Rates for purchasing Snowbrush alpacas are dependent on lineage, age, coat, and pedigree. Contact us for rates and prices.
Might be useful.
Alright, so now we're pretty much ready to deal with the things, but this is going to be the end of tonight's stream. So, well, today's stream, because I won't be able to stream another time tonight because of the issues that are happening with the channel right now. So, this is the stream for today, but we will finish off the ambush camps, probably the infestations and stuff, next stream, and then at that point, I'm going to have to focus purely on hordes, which is going to be interesting to see how that goes, and see how that goes from there. So, all that said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Every like, comment, subscription, view on this video gets me closer to monetization. Helps make my content feel, helps the content become more accessible and easy to find. I upload all my past Plat reacts, as well as Let's Plays and Let's Plays to the YouTube channel, including Far Cry 6, Sifu The Quarry, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Octopath Traveler, LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Elfish Vertigo, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion, Cuphead, Stray, Marvel's Avengers, Dark Witch Anthology, The Devil in Me, as well as this game. Until things get fixed up with the Twitch account, where it's not going to show a black screen and just audio, the best way to watch my videos is going to be on YouTube. There will be a delay because I have to make sure I upload them a day later, just in case it breaches something with Twitch's TOS, and other things as well. I'm working on a Plat Play Pass segment for any games that I have a platinum for, as well as a switching things up thing for Switch games. And I'm working on a Triangle Strategy Gone Ending Speedrun things, which is probably what I'm going to be doing later today anyway. Also, you get a notification when I go live if you're watching on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. At 50 followers, I will be doing a Octopath Traveler Galdera speedrun, and we also reach affiliate, which means I get monetization as well. To make a bunch of subscriber emotes and exclusives for you to support me and the channel and going on in the future. Until all these problems are fixed, I don't know how to fix what's wrong. However, once I do get a solution, I'll be sure to update everyone on if there's something that they can do to make it so it's easier, to make it so it works. I really don't know. I don't think there's anything on my end. I can't figure it out. So, and you'll also get a notification when I go live if you're watching on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter to be notified for when I go live, and if you wish to add me on Discord, I will send you an invite to my friend's Discord server, close to 2,000 members. Still going strong, playing Talkers and Games to discuss there as well. I'm very active there, and you'll also get a notification when I go live if you're watching on there as well. So with all that said, we'll go for the day, night, wherever you all are, and I will see you all later.